start your mornings? Are you just rushing out of bed, chasing the clock, or scrolling mindlessly on your phone? Stop right there. Because every single morning, you are making a decision, whether you know it or not, about the kind of day, the kind of life you're going to live. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked yourself in the mirror and asked, am I doing what I was put on this earth to do? If you've never asked that question, or you're scared to face the answer, you've already started the day behind. But today, right here, you're going to change that. Stay with me. Because by the end of this speech, you're going to have 7 powerful questions that will not just change how you start your mornings, but change the trajectory of your life. This isn't just motivational talk. This is practical, raw, real guidance for taking back control of your mornings and your mission. One. Now, what's the first thought that runs through your mind? Every morning sets the tone. If you wake up dreading the day, you're already defeated. Challenge yourself to ask, what's the one thing I'm excited about today? Focus breeds action. 2, who am I doing this for? Without a purpose bigger than you, you'll lose steam. Is it your family, your dreams, your community? Lock into your why before you leave that bed. 3, what am I grateful for today? Gratitude kills negativity. Even in your darkest seasons, there's something to be thankful for. Gratitude fuels resilience. Or, what's my biggest goal today? Stop aiming low. Write it down, say it aloud, and commit to owning it. 5, what's holding me back? Call out your fears. Fear loses its power the moment you name it. You can't fight what you don't face. 6, how can I make someone else's life better today? True success isn't about taking, it's about giving. Ask yourself who you can impact positively, even in small ways. 7, am I ready to give my best? You don't get to hit snooze on greatness. Success demands your best effort every single day. No exceptions. So here's the deal. These 7 questions are just words. They're your new blueprint. If you start asking these every morning, consistently, unapologetically, you watch your life transform. You'll become the kind of person who doesn't just live, but dominates every single day. And don't stop there. Share these questions with someone else who needs them. Because the truth is, success isn't just about you. It's about lifting others while you climb. And let me ask you, what kind of day are you choosing to create tomorrow morning? Are you ready to rise or are you going to roll over? It's on you. Wake up and win. When you wake up, the very first thought that crosses your mind has the power to define the rest of your day. It's not just a passing thought. It's the seed that grows into your actions, your mood, and ultimately your results. But here's the catch. Most people let their first thought be dictated by whatever's going wrong in their lives. They wake up thinking about their stress, their problems, or their failures. And without even realizing it, they've already lost the battle before it begins. What if, instead, you took control of that first thought? Imagine starting your day with purpose instead of worry, with excitement instead of dread. That's a game changer. Every morning you have an opportunity, a blank canvas, to decide how you'll approach the world. If your first thought is focused on what you're excited to achieve, even if it's just one small thing, you're already setting yourself up for momentum. That excitement, that sense of purpose, creates energy, and energy fuels action. Think about it. When you wake up already focused on what's possible, on what you're capable of, you start moving differently. Your mindset shifts from survival mode to domination mode. That's the difference between someone who drifts through their day and someone who takes charge of it. Prove it to yourself to set the tone from the start. That first thought is a choice. So make it a powerful one. Instead of asking what could go wrong today, start asking what's the one thing I can crush today. That shift in focus doesn't just change your day, it changes your life. Every single day, there's a reason you get up and keep going. But the question is, do you know what that reason is? Who are you doing this for? Because if you don't know the answer, it's easy to lose focus, to get lost in the grind, and eventually to burn out. Purpose is the fuel that keeps you moving when motivation fades. And it has to be bigger than just you. Maybe it's your family, the people who believe in you even when you're doubting yourself. Maybe it's your kids who look to you not just for guidance, but as their example of what's possible. Or maybe it's the version of yourself you've always dreamed of becoming. Whoever or whatever it is, you need to lock in on it every morning. When you wake up and ask yourself, who am I doing this for? You're giving yourself a reason to push through the discomfort, the fear, and the temptation to quit. That question reminds you that your efforts matter, not just to you, but to the people counting on you. And on those days when you feel like giving up, remembering your why can reignite the fire inside you. This isn't about impressing people or chasing empty recognition. It's about showing up for what truly matters. When you're clear on who you're fighting for, your steps become purposeful, your actions intentional, and your results unstoppable. Gratitude has the power to shift your entire perspective. The way you start your day, whether with gratitude or with complaints, determines the energy you carry into every interaction, decision, and challenge. Yet, so many people wake up focusing on what they lack, what went wrong yesterday, or what's missing in their lives. That mindset doesn't just hold you back, it traps you. But what if, before you even step out of bed, you ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? No matter how tough life feels, there's always something, a warm bed, the strength to get back up, a chance to try again. Gratitude isn't about ignoring struggles or pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding power in what you already have and using it to fuel your next move. When you focus on gratitude, you stop letting negativity control your thoughts. You begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. That shift doesn't just make you feel better, it makes you stronger. Gratitude builds resilience because it reminds you that you've made it through challenges before and you're equipped to handle what's next. This practice isn't just for the easy days, it's for the hard ones. The days when everything feels like it's falling apart. On those days, gratitude is your lifeline. It's what keeps you grounded and gives you the strength to push forward. Start your mornings with gratitude, and you'll carry a spirit of possibility and determination through your entire day. Every day comes with 1,000 distractions, 100 little tasks pulling you in different directions. But let me ask you this. Do you know what your biggest goal is today? Not the laundry list of things you could do, but the one thing you must do to move closer to your dreams. If you don't set that goal, you just drifted, letting the day control you instead of you controlling the day. And here's the truth. Successful people don't just react to life, they create it. They wake up, get laser focused, and attack the most important thing on their plate. It doesn't have to be massive. It just has to matter. Maybe it's making progress on a project that's been sitting on your desk. Maybe it's taking one bold step toward a dream that scares you. Or maybe it's finally having that tough conversation you've been avoiding. Whatever it is, if you don't name it, if you don't commit to it, it's too easy to let the day slip away. When you start your morning by asking, what's my biggest goal today? You're setting a clear intention. You're giving your energy a target. And here's the magic. When you focus on that one big thing, everything else starts to align. The noise fades, the excuses lose their grip, and you gain momentum, not just for today, but for every day after. Don't let the day dictate your actions. Decide what matters most and own it. Let's get real for a second. What's holding you back? You know what I'm talking about? The doubts, the fears, the excuses that creep into your mind the second you think about stepping out of your comfort zone. If you don't confront them, they'll run your life. Every single morning, you've got to face those roadblocks head on. It's not easy, I get it. Nobody likes to admit what's stopping them. But here's the truth. You can't fix what you won't face. Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe it's the opinions of others. Or maybe it's that voice in your head saying, I'm not good enough. Whatever it is, it's time to call it out. When you wake up and ask yourself, what's holding me back? You strip fear of its power. You shine a light on the very thing that's been keeping you stuck. And guess what? Once you name it, you can start to challenge it. You can break it down piece by piece until it's no longer standing in your way. This question isn't about beating yourself up. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about taking control of your mindset instead of letting it control you. Every morning, you have a choice. To let your fears dictate your actions or to confront them and rise above. The moment you start asking this question is the moment you start regaining your power. What's holding you back today? And more importantly, what are you going to do about it? Life isn't just about what you can achieve for yourself. It's about the impact you can make on others. Every morning, before you dive into your day, ask yourself, how can I make someone else's life better today? Because real success isn't measured by what you take. It's measured by what you give. It doesn't have to be something grand or world-changing. Maybe it's as simple as a kind word to someone who's struggling, offering help when you see someone overwhelmed, or even just being fully present when someone needs to talk. Those small moments of kindness, of service, create ripples that go far beyond what you can imagine. When you start your day with this question, something shifts inside you. You stop focusing solely on yourself and you open your eyes to the needs of others. You realize that your energy, your skills, your time, they're tools not just for personal growth, but for lifting others up too. And here's the beautiful part. When you focus on helping others, you end up lifting yourself in the process. Making someone else's life better isn't just a nice thing to do. It's a powerful way to create meaning in your own life. It fuels your motivation, strengthens your connections, and reminds you that you're part of something bigger than yourself. Start your mornings with this mindset and watch how the way you move through the world begins to transform. The truth is, success doesn't just happen on its own. It's not handed to you. Every single day, you have to choose to give your best. And I mean your absolute best. Not just when it's easy or when you feel motivated, but even when it's tough, when you're tired or when doubt creeps in. So ask yourself every morning, Am I ready to give my best? You don't get to play it safe. You don't get to coast through the day. If you want to achieve anything meaningful, it requires showing up with all you've got, giving every ounce of effort you have, even when you don't feel like it. That's what separates those who reach their goals from those who just talk about them. But here's the kicker. Your best doesn't always look the same. Some days, your best might be pushing through when you don't have the energy. Other days, it might be taking a step back and reevaluating so you can come back stronger. The point is, you make the choice. You decide that no matter what, you're going to show up and give everything you've got. This question isn't about perfection. It's about commitment. It's about choosing to be your best no matter the circumstances. And the more you ask yourself this question, the more it becomes a habit, a mindset that drives you forward. So tomorrow morning, don't just wake up and go through the motions. Wake up and ask yourself, am I ready to give my best? Because when you do, you're already one step closer to everything you've ever dreamed of. What you visualize can become reality. It's not some mystical idea. It's a proven principle. When you take a moment each morning to clearly picture your goals, your big, bold dreams, it creates a roadmap for your day. The act of visualizing where you want to go pulls you toward that destination, like a magnetic force. But here's the thing. This isn't about imagining success just once and forgetting about it. This is about consistently envisioning the steps you need to take to get there over and over again. Start by closing your eyes and see yourself achieving your goal. Feeling the pride, the joy, the accomplishment. Picture how it looks, how it feels, and what it means to you. When you see it clearly in your mind, you begin to build a belief that is possible, and that belief fuels action. Visualization is not just wishful thinking. It's preparation for success. But don't just stop at the end result. Visualize the process too. The steps you need to take, the sacrifices you'll have to make, the obstacles you'll overcome. By seeing those challenges in your mind first, you're conditioning yourself to take them on with confidence. You know what's coming and you're ready. This isn't about waiting for things to magically fall into place. It's about creating a vision that fills your drive and then taking every step with purpose, knowing exactly where you're headed. When you start each morning with clear, vivid images of your success, you're not just dreaming. You're preparing to make those dreams a reality. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good emotion. It's a powerful tool to fight negativity and stay grounded when life tries to pull you off course. If you're serious about achieving success, you need to start each day by asking yourself, what am I grateful for today? Because gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you that despite any challenges you may face, you have something to appreciate, something to hold on to. When you choose gratitude, you stop letting the small frustrations and setbacks control your emotions. Instead of getting caught up in what's going wrong, you focus on what's going right. You acknowledge the good, the progress, the opportunities you still have. That simple shift in perspective can completely change your day and your life.